On the evening of May 3rd, 2007, a 3-year-old British girl named Madeleine McCann disappeared from a holiday apartment in Praia da Luz, Portugal. What began as a missing child investigation soon became one of the most publicized criminal cases in modern history. Nearly 2 decades later, despite investigations spanning multiple countries, the case remains unresolved. But how did a quiet family holiday become a mystery that continues to generate headlines around the world? To understand that, we need to go back to the beginning. In late April 2007, Jerry and Kate McCann arrived in Praia da Luz with their 3 children. The family was staying at the Ocean Club Resort, a popular holiday destination on Portugal's Algarve coast. Madeleine was 3 years old. Her younger twin siblings were just 2 years old. The McCanns were traveling with a group of friends, many of whom also had young children. The group followed a similar routine throughout the holiday. During the day, they spent time at the beach, by the pool, and participating in resort activities. In the evenings, the adults often met for dinner while the children slept. This routine would later become one of the most discussed aspects of the entire case. On the evening of May 3rd, the group gathered at a tapas restaurant approximately 50 meters from the McCann's apartment. The apartment itself was located on the ground floor of the Ocean Club complex. Unlike a traditional hotel room, it could be accessed from outside pathways. According to the adults involved, they regularly checked on the sleeping children throughout the evening. These checks became crucial in later attempts to reconstruct the timeline. At approximately 9:05 p.m., one member of the group reported seeing Jerry McCann carrying a child near the resort. Later, around 10 p.m., Kate McCann returned to the apartment. It was then that she discovered Madeleine was missing. The bedroom appeared different from how she remembered leaving it. Within moments, panic spread through the resort. Witnesses later recalled hearing the words, "Madeleine's gone." The first hours after a disappearance are often considered the most critical. Family members, friends, resort employees, and local residents immediately began searching. The search expanded through nearby streets, gardens, parking areas, and coastal paths. Police were eventually notified. However, the initial response from authorities would later become the subject of significant criticism. Questions were raised about how quickly the area was secured and whether valuable evidence may have been lost during the earliest stages of the investigation. The investigation was led by Portugal's Polícia Judiciária. Officers interviewed witnesses and attempted to establish a detailed timeline. Investigators explored the possibility that Madeleine had been abducted. Attention focused on reported sightings of individuals in the area. Several witnesses described seeing a man carrying a child during the relevant time period. One of the challenges investigators faced was the reliability of witness recollections. As days passed, memories became less certain. Descriptions varied, timelines shifted, and confusion grew. Within days, the case attracted worldwide attention. Television crews arrived in Praia da Luz. Newspapers across Europe published front-page coverage. The image of Madeleine McCann became instantly recognizable. The McCanns participated in interviews and public appeals. Their campaign to find Madeleine became one of the largest missing person awareness efforts ever seen. Support came from celebrities, politicians, religious leaders, and members of the public. However, media attention also brought intense scrutiny. Every detail of the family's behavior was analyzed. Every statement was debated, and public opinion became increasingly divided. In September 2007, the investigation took a dramatic turn. Portuguese authorities named Jerry and Kate McCann as arguidos, a Portuguese legal status meaning formal suspects. This development shocked the public. Investigators examined the possibility that Madeleine's disappearance may not have involved an abduction. Media reports claimed that forensic evidence had been discovered inside the apartment and in a rental vehicle later used by the family. However, interpretations of that evidence became heavily disputed. No charges were ultimately brought against the McCanns. In 2008, their suspect status was officially removed. The case remained unsolved. Years later, British authorities launched a new review called Operation Grange. The Metropolitan Police re-examined thousands of documents, witness statements, and investigative leads. Officers stated that they believed there remained realistic lines of inquiry worth pursuing. The review became one of the most extensive investigations ever conducted into a missing child case in the United Kingdom. In 2020, German prosecutors announced that they were investigating a German national named Christian Brückner. Authorities stated that they suspected he may have been involved in Madeleine's disappearance. Brückner had previously lived in the Algarve region and had a criminal history involving sexual offenses. German investigators publicly stated that they believed Madeleine was dead. However, No public trial has established responsibility for her disappearance. Brückner has denied involvement. As of today, the case remains unresolved. Because the case remains unsolved, numerous theories have emerged over the years. The most widely accepted investigative theory is that Madeleine was abducted by an unknown offender. Supporters of this theory point to the circumstances of the disappearance and reported sightings near the resort. Other theories suggest that a crime of opportunity occurred. According to this view, someone may have noticed the family's evening routine and acted when the apartment was left unattended. More controversial theories focus on the possibility that Madeleine died accidentally and that the truth was later concealed. These theories have received significant media attention but have never been proven. Online communities have generated countless additional claims. Some involve alleged government cover-ups. Others suggest organized criminal networks. Some theories rely heavily on speculation rather than evidence. Despite years of discussion, none of these theories have been conclusively established. The Madeleine McCann case combines many elements that keep mysteries alive. A child disappears without explanation. The investigation spans multiple countries. Media coverage reaches a global audience, and no definitive answer is ever provided. The lack of closure allows people to continue searching for explanations. Every new lead creates renewed interest. Every documentary introduces the story to a new audience. Today, nearly 2 decades after that evening in Praia da Luz, many questions remain unanswered. What happened during the hours after Madeleine disappeared? Did witnesses unknowingly see something important? Was crucial evidence missed during the first stages of the investigation? Or does the answer lie in information that has yet to be discovered? Despite years of investigations, reviews, and international cooperation, the central mystery remains. What really happened to Madeleine McCann?